So the question that I see on everybody's minds, particularly over the last year, is the rapid rise of cryptocurrencies, particularly things like Bitcoin. How does this factor into the models? Because it's seemingly a totally new thing. Is it new to you?
I'm not really an expert there, but I'll just give you. I don't know where it's going, and I really can't offer any advice. But it seems to me is so we've had a 20% increase in the money supply. All right. The velocity of money is falling, so the money's trapped in the financial markets. So financial asset prices are being bid up, right? It's obvious. And housing, which is really more a component of the financial markets than the real, because it's so heavily financed, is also bid up. All right. Well, the net result is that as the financial asset prices are bid up and the returns are bid down, people are casting about for something that may have more value, but they're motivated by the excess liquidity and the low prospective returns that are available in what we call normal assets. But from an economist standpoint, and I don't mean this to be an endorsement or non-endorsement, because this is not my field. An asset to an economist must have net present value, number one. In other words, you got to have a stream of future earnings, and we need to discount that future stream to today's dollars. Net present value. Well, I don't see a stream of earnings with the Bitcoins. Okay. The other possibility is that you have something that's a permanent store of value. Now, to an economist, a permanent store of value would be something like gold, silver, or platinum. Now, we know that gold, silver, and platinum don't always retain their value over short periods of time. They're very volatile. They're determined by the marketplace, just as is Bitcoin. But we do know that over the long sweep of history, they've maintained their value. So the thing that I would recommend to people that are investing in it, they need to think about it in terms of this issue of that traditional assets need to have net present value or permanent store of value. And that's just about as much I can do for you.
I think that's fantastic. I ask people about Bitcoin all the time, and that's the most novel explanation I've heard, and one that makes sense to me. As you were talking, I was imagining all of the innovation that has happened around the Bitcoin space. For example, I know a guy up in Alberta that has started capping gas wells that normally just burn off the natural gas as they're pumping the oil out and turn them into Bitcoin miners. But that's nothing like the automobile, where the innovations were roads and bridges and rubber factories and things like that. It's nowhere close to what that was.
No, not at all.
Well, Dr. Hunt, thanks for checking out this podcast short. If you like this interview, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and hit that bell so you always get notified about this podcast. And if you're really interested in conversations like this, you may want to consider joining the Articulate Ventures Network. To find out more, go to network.articulate.ventures.